Hi, and thanks for joining me for today's session. I'm Sarah Thorsland. I'm the co-founder of Entrepreneurs HQ and a virtual event strategist. Now, since you're here today, I gather that you're interested in virtual events, and that's awesome. With this new world we're living in, there has never been a better place or time for it. I've been in the event creation industry for quite a few years now, and I've never seen the amount of interest and the type of results that we're seeing today. In fact, a lot of people who were doing in-person events previously, who had to pivot to online events, have stayed in the virtual event space because the results they're seeing are just better. So just know that you're in the right place at the right time. So why should you listen to me? Well, since 2015, I've launched over 15 multi-day virtual summits with over 10,000 people attending each, as well as dozens of smaller online events, workshops, etc. In just a few years of starting my business, we grew an email list of 100,000 of my ideal prospects, and I've had the pleasure of not just launching my own events, but also help others succeed using our step-by-step system. Together with my co-founder Liam, we've advised and worked with some of the biggest people in our niche, such as Josh Turner, Gina Gabellini, Eben Pagan, on their virtual events. And I must say that I'm humbled to having these guys ask us for advice, because for years before even starting our business, Liam and I were looking to them for advice. And the difference between now and then was that back then it was hard to get any direct contact with them or any one-on-one time, and now we have them on WhatsApp, which kind of blows my mind a little bit. Now, I know a lot of people claim that their strategies or their systems are life-changing, but for me, summits and virtual events truly were. Let me tell you a little bit about my story and how my life took a turn with the launch of our first virtual summit. So I'm Swedish, and maybe as you can hear from my strange accent, I have lived in Australia for quite a few years. Because back in 2014, my now fiancé and co-founder Liam met in his hometown of Sydney, Australia, while I was doing my last semester at university, writing my thesis there at Sydney Uni. Liam had already been running an online business for a little while, but as for many new businesses, growth was slow. So he was getting increasingly tired of pushing on, and it just wasn't getting where he needed it to go. And we had a lot of long discussions about the future as he started questioning whether this was the right business to pursue. So my initial semester was extended to a year, but eventually those 12 months were coming to an end, and so was my student visa. And I had to make a decision about whether I should stay and pursue another visa. But I wasn't really committed to staying so far away from my home, my friends and family in Sweden. It was tough. But my visa expiration is now coming closer and closer, and we're trying to figure out what to do. But neither Liam and I are confident about committing to moving to either country. So we knew getting a full-time job would mean just a few weeks of vacation for me and very limited opportunity to see my friends and family back home. So we really struggled to see how we can make things work and decide to end our relationship. It was a really tough decision for us because breaking up wasn't really what we want. But I go back to Sweden alone. I'm heartbroken and Liam's heartbroken, and we're both questioning how our lives are going to be moving forward. But fast forward a few months, we've had enough of the heartbreak. We've stayed in touch, and after many long phone calls, we decide that we have to make our relationship our top priority. So I get back on the plane, go back to Australia, and now we need to figure out what we want our future to look like. We both agree that the ideal scenario would be to be location independent, because this would mean that we can travel and live and work from wherever at any time. It would give us that flexibility that our relationship really needed. And we knew that the solution would be creating online income. But traveling between Australia and Europe is expensive, right? So it also needs to be a profitable business that can sustain this dream lifestyle of ours. And at this time, I'm probably a little bit more naive than Liam, who's painfully aware of how hard this can be, because the business he's trying to get up and running is a long, long way from, supporting the two of us. So to give us some time, I get part-time employment. We know that if we can't get this business to work, we'd have to give up on our dream. I would have to get a full-time job for someone else, and we'll be, stuck in Australia, far away from my family. But we'd be back to square one then. And how is our relationship going to work out? So the stakes are high, and we start off by doing webinars and interviews, training sessions with top entrepreneurs, and we're selling these inside a membership. We had some really amazing content, but it was really hard to attract a large enough number of people to make any real money. It was just a trickle. But we loved the concept of a virtual event and decided to try to launch our own. We gave ourselves 90 days to make at least $15,000. That would be enough for me to be able to quit my job and work full-time on our business. So it was game on. After some hard work trying to figure this out on our own, we launched our first virtual summit on the topic of LinkedIn lead generation. And we earned over $50,000 just in ticket sales, no back-end offers. And I knew we had created something amazing. We now had a system for creating and setting up events that we could easily replicate for ourselves as well as for others. We had hundreds of customers, and we had built an email list of 15,000 people in just 90 days. We knew then and there that this was it. And from there, we tweaked and worked on nailing our high impact, high profit virtual summit system. This system has built us a big email list. It has given us authority. It handed us a large network of influencers. And I'm happy to have made an impact on the people that we serve with these events. And we've made a lot of money doing this as well. Enough to create and live my dream, where I get to travel the world and live and work in lots of different places together with Liam. We've been living now on the island of Malta for the past 5 years, which is a perfect base for us and our travels around the world. But now, in the time we have together today, I want to help you imagine how you can live your dream lifestyle, because this is a repeatable system, one that you can generate high impact and high profits with. Then repeat and do it again and again and again, just like Liam and I have done. And we're not an anomaly. We've helped a lot of other people do the same thing. People like Sarah, for example, who's saying that running a summit is the best business decision that she's made yet. Sarah says that it's allowed me to, in the span of just a few weeks, grow my email list by thousands of people and generate thousands of dollars of income and completely pivot to a new niche. Until recently, I didn't quite know how to transition to working in a more traditional career path to what I'm the most passionate about. But this program has allowed me to do that gracefully and easily. And that, of course, makes me very happy that we're able to support people like Sarah in working with what they're passionate about. Now, today, I'm going to do my best to provide you with as much value as possible, because I know how powerful this strategy can be for you. But I ask you to stay focused and engaged and really envision the system that I'm going to take you through and how it can look in your life and in your business. Commit to take action on what you will learn. I hope we have a deal there. Now, if you haven't done a summit before, it might scare you a little bit. I know it does that sometimes. And you might worry about whether you have the money or the time to actually pull it off. But in a few minutes, I'm going to flip that around. You're going to be able to make let go of that worry and think about all the time and money you're going to make from your summit instead. Maybe you're concerned about all the moving parts of a summit and how to actually put it together. But don't worry, I'm going to show you how you can do it without being tech savvy. So my promise today is to show you how to launch a profitable summit, how to leverage your summit to get thousands of new prospects in just 3 steps using our system. And I'm going to show you how anyone can do it, regardless of your business experience. Now, I've done it again and again, and it's grown me an email list of over 100,000 new leads. We're earning 6 figures every year directly from this, just these summits. And it all started with that first event on LinkedIn lead generation. After that summit, we ran another one, we tweaked and eliminated what didn't work, and we kept doing that. And now I've run over 15 of them. And we've turned this content from our summits into endless amount of other things, such as emails, newsletters, blog posts, YouTube videos, social media content, because the summit creates an endless amount of content that you can use to promote your business. And it comes from the leading authorities in your niche, your speakers. And it will continue to drive you new traffic and leads. I mean, I'm still making sales from that very first event that we launched in 2015. Every single week, I get new leads and new sales from that event. Pretty amazing, right? So through this session, I want to show you that this has almost endless opportunities. So to accomplish this goal today, I'm going to show you 3 secrets to a successful summit. To accomplish this goal today, I'm going to show you a 3-step process. So my 3 secrets to a successful summit. How to connect with influencers and have them speak at your summit, even if you don't have a network. How to build relationships with promotional partners to grow your email list by thousands of hot prospects ready to buy. And how to launch a profitable summit in less than 90 days, even if you're a beginner with no technical knowledge. All right. Let's jump into secret number 1. How to connect with influencers and have them speak at your summit, even if you don't have a network. Imagine having one of your dream speakers saying yes to being involved in your summit. You know, their name will attract other well-known influencers who want to be seen alongside this person. The name alone will generate buzz for your summit and elevates your event status when it comes to raising your profile. The name headlines your event, attracting many people to sign up just because that speaker will be giving a talk. This person alone is responsible for attracting thousands of people to your summit. So we need to attract speakers, right, to talk at your event. But not all speakers are created equal. In fact, you should be looking to attract 3 different types of speakers. And one of the most important type of speakers are, in fact, your A and your B listers. The B listers, because they are a little bit easier to attract than the A listers, but they're much more inclined to promote your event. The A listers are more there to pull people to the event. The B and the C listers will have more time to actually promote and drive traffic to your event. So some of you might have a network that you built throughout the years and have a few speakers in mind that you feel confident would bring a ton of value and make great collaboration partners. So if that's you, that's a great place to start. People who already know you and for whom you perhaps already helped out with something previously will be much more likely to say yes, not only to speaking, but also to promoting the event. Now, some of you might not have a network, so you're starting from scratch. So where do you begin? So I'm going to take you through one of my best tips, which is using podcast guests from podcasts in your niche. Why? Because podcast hosts will have done their research before inviting guests and conducting the interview. These people are easy to find, open to speaking. They understand the type of events and this type of requests and your desire to have them collaborate and have the equipment ready. If they're used to doing this type of interviews, you know that they will provide a good value interview. So how do you get these podcast people on, right? I'm going to take you through the steps that we use. So step one, we research the most popular podcasts in your niche and check what guests have been on. Which episodes were most popular and would their expertise fit what you're looking for? Step two, we grab the name and their website and we add that to a Google Sheet. And step three is to check their social media and Twitter followers, and not just check the number of followers, but also the level of engagement and interaction, because this might say a lot more about the results you'll be getting from working with that person than just the number of followers. Number four is that we select the speakers that we want to invite. And five, we find them on social media. For example, LinkedIn. We view the activity feed and the post that they've started. We comment and give some valuable feedback. We engage in conversation. And once they reply, ask if you can send them some more info about being a speaker at your summit. You can do this via Twitter if they're more active there. You find their social media platform of choice. And of course, there are other sources than podcasts to find good speakers. Just repeat step 2 to 6 wherever you find your best potential speakers. And a time-saving tip for you is, if you have a VA, ask them to source 100 potential speakers from a set of requirements that you decide, and then just go say yes, no on that Google Sheet and send the invites from there. That will save you a lot of time. And then you send them an email. Invite them to be a speaker and reference your LinkedIn and Twitter conversation. Tell them who else have agreed and how many people you expect to attend, how you promote the summit and how you promote them. Explain that it's an interview and that you just need 30 minutes of their time. And yeah, that's it. So do you have a dream speaker that you would love to partner with? Have a think about that. Keep that in the back of your head. Reflect and think about other potential speakers and partners who are already doing podcasts. Maybe not as a host, but who have appeared as a guest and been interviewed on one. These people will be excited to connect with you. But there's a few things you need to have in place before you start reaching out. So let's move on to secret number 2. So now we know how to get speakers for our summit, right? But now we're going to go through how to build relationship with promotional partners to grow your email list by thousands of hot prospects ready to buy. Now, I know many of our past students tell me that this is where they get the biggest results from their summit, and this is why it's crucial for your success. And I mean, having people drive thousands of leads to your summit, it's so powerful and it feels amazing. And I mean, these people have been referred by someone they trust. So these referrals are actually 16 times more likely to convert and buy from you compared to other forms of promotion. So these leads are your best type of leads. So try to get referrals, try to get people to promote your summit and send people that trust and support them. To get people to promote your summit, you need to incentivize and reward. So you want them to announce your event to all their followers, and they share your event to everyone in their audience by email, social media, press releases, and even on their website. And one partner alone can drive thousands of new leads straight into your business. So how are you going to build a relationship with these partners? Well, I'm going to let you in on a secret. Remember those speakers you invited? I'm going to show you how they will promote your summit to their audience. Let me explain how this works. You'll be selling an all-access pass to the summit at, say, $100. I mean, euros now. A free pass is only for a limited time, and the all-access pass means that they get lifetime access to the summit recordings to watch after the event ends. You'll also have some extras and bonuses in there to increase your conversion rates. And I recommend that you give 50% of commission to your partners to really incentivize and reward them for sharing. Now, those speakers you invited, you've already started the conversation and connected with them. So first, you want to hint that you've got an opportunity for them not only to get exposure, but to also make money from your event. So when you send them the details about the summit, give them some information about the commission structure and how they will make money by promoting their session at the summit. Ask if they will promote the summit, just get a sense of what they're thinking, and jump on a pre-interview call to just gauge and strategize a little bit about the promotions. That's a good way to make sure that these promotions will actually happen, because otherwise some people just say, yes, I will join your summit and I will promote, and then crickets, right? Nothing happens. So you need to incentivize them, and making money is always a good incentive. So when done right, and by following my proven process, your partner or speaker will promote your summit multiple times, and you'll have that partner send thousands of leads. Those interested will just enter the email address for a free ticket. So with my process, we have 67% take that step. So the conversion rates are quite good, because normally for another lead magnet, you can see numbers such as normally around 50%, which is, so it's a little bit higher. So since you organize this event, you get to collect and own all these email addresses, all these leads, and this is how you build your email list. So for each summit we've launched, we've seen thousands of leads coming into our business, and you can just see how this will make you a lot of money, right? Bringing in this type of amount of leads and revenue would make a huge impact on your life, right? So what I just showed you, are you going to commit to using it? I really hope so. So how do you get this done in an easy and enjoyable way? So I'm going to show you secret number 3, how to launch a profitable summit in less than 90 days, even if you're a beginner without any technical knowledge. Every major virtual summit has 3 crucial components. We've got the registration page, we've got the sales page, and we've got post-summit pages. So I want to tell you a little tale about 2 summits. And I want to show you this because many people forget that one of the core benefits of a virtual summit is making money. So we've got 2 summits, Summits A and Summits B. They each get 5,500 visitors to the registration page for the free ticket. And they both selling a $100 all-access pass. Now, Summit B converts at 73% for opt-ins for the free ticket, while Summit A only converts at 50%. The sales page for Summit B, for the $100 offer, converts at 5%, whilst it's only 2% for Summit A. So immediately, you get 200 buyers for Summit B instead of 55 for Summit A. And then if you utilize the post-summit funnel correctly, you can multiply that number. We didn't do that for our first summit. Like I said at the start, we only had the ticket sales. But you can see here that with the right post-summit funnel and the right structure all the way through, the same virtual summit with the same 5,500 visitors, the post-summit funnel can be the difference between a $400,000 summit, and a $5,500 summit if we're talking profits. So that's the same virtual summit with completely different results. So the post-summit funnel is key when we talk about creating $1 million profit on the back of your event, which is something we've done for ourselves as well as our clients. Now, I said at the start that you didn't have to worry about tech, and I meant it. We created the ultimate virtual summit funnel, which includes fill in the blank, plug and play templates, all to drop the perfect summit funnel into your promotion in seconds. Together with simple summit software, it's all a matter of drag and drop. No developer or techie person is required. There are a couple of options for this, and these are powerful platforms that won't crash on you either. There are other systems, but they are much more complicated. I mean, for us, we actually tied together 18 different tools, but this is not something I recommend when you start out. Instead, choose a dedicated software built specifically for summits that you can use to pull together a summit quick and simple. And it's still going to be a great event, both for you as a host as well as for attendees. And they've been purpose-built for small business owners to quickly get their summit up and running. So make sure you keep it simple. Now, I promised that I was going to show you how you can launch a virtual summit in just 90 days. So we use a 90-day action planner for this, and it's broken down into 3 phases of 30 days each. And this will work for you, and I'm going to lay it out for you here, so pay attention. Phase 1, with 90 days to go until launch. You set the foundation, which includes the planning, setting the topic, choosing the tech you're going to use, your dates and any logistics, etc. You do the speaker outreach, as we discussed above, because they want to know that you're serious. So you want to have some lead time there so you can really engage with them and have conversations. And you want to set up the tech for the landing page, so you have something to show these speakers. Because sometimes when you invite them, they want to see what you got going. So it's good to have that landing page set up. Phase 2, we've got 60 days to go until launch. The tech setup continues. We're setting up landing pages, some email funnels, maybe the membership area for your back-end sales. Now we want to start recording the interviews. We want to set up our affiliate program so we can have speakers and partners, and we're going to track their sales. And this is something you can do within this program that I was talking to you about, the all-in-one summit program. And we want to set up a referral program. This is crucial because we want our summit to go viral, right? And I'm talking about having people go crazy about your summit across the internet. I mean, who wouldn't want people sharing their product, right? It's like the holy grail for us online marketers. And we've spent our last 3 summit testing my referral funnel that turns subscribers into ambassadors. There's some really cool software for that now as well. And we get 15 to 20% boost in signups from just referrals. So remember what I talked to you about before, that referrals are your best type of leads. They convert a lot higher than other types of leads. And then we have the last 30 days, right? 30 days to go before the launch of your summit. We're beginning with promotion. We want to get any media involved, viral incentives. We might run some giveaways, etc. And the marketing begins. And we want to start marketing our event 3 weeks before the first day of the summit. The actual summit, we recommend being 5 days and 24 hours. We want every session to be live for 24 hours each. And then we want to set up the post-summit funnel. And this is where we implement actions to really double our revenue immediately after the summit, where we will look after our customers, we will onboard them, we will build relationships with speakers and partners, and we will pay our affiliates, the people that we got to promote our event. That's it. You launched your first summit. So I've just laid out the pathway to have your summit launched in just 90 days. But obviously, I couldn't go into all the details. But a common question I get at this point is, so how do I actually do this? How can I apply this strategy on my business? Now, there are some details and there's some shortcuts that Liam and I have, and we teach people how to go through all these steps in our coaching and training programs. If you would like to learn more about how you can maybe work with us, set up your virtual events, and build out a high ticket funnel on the back end, adding 100K up to $1 million to your bottom line, then feel free to get in touch. You can send me an email at sarah@entrepreneurshq.com, and we'll be happy to talk to you about how we could help you. Now, before you head off today, I want to encourage you to download our virtual summit checklist, taking you through the system I've talked about today in even more detail. You can grab it for free at virtualeventacademy.com, where there's also some really cool free training. I hope you feel more confident about doing a virtual summit. I hope that what I've shown you today has excited you. I hope you can see yourself using this strategy to grow your business. And I really hope you test this out and that summits will have as much of a positive impact on your life as it had on mine. Thank you so much for watching.